Good afternoon, everyone. I've been away again for a bit, busy on other things. I'm gonna try to get back into videos, um, and I think I want to do more focus on firewood, especially now in the winter season. We are now, I would say, mid-winter season here. Firewood stand is doing pretty good. The other week, I came out here and one of these buckets was empty. I keep on getting questions about, yeah, firewood stand is a really good idea, but do people see anything? And I'm like, yeah, no one really has yet. Until a few weeks ago, someone nabbed $5 worth of a 5 gallon bucket of cedar kindling. Not a big loss. Like I tell people who money is tight or with the holiday season that just happened, like if you're cold, come by, grab some wood from the fire stand, and pay me back later. Or like I tell the people who ask if wood gets stolen, I'd rather people stay warm in their house or whatever than have me lose out on $5 or like $20 worth of wood. So it is what it is. But the past few weeks, I probably sold from bulk wood to firewood stand nearly $400 worth of firewood. So this is going pretty well. I think some of the wood's getting wet from this crappy roof. I need to fix that next season. Um, I did get a note from someone a month ago or so on the firewood stand saying thank you for the wood. It's good wood, and so it's kind of like a community service. People come by when they don't have enough money to buy bulk wood, but they can't afford to buy bundles of wood from the local store for almost like a $10 a pop. They come here. My bundles are $5, and it's nearly 1 cubic foot of wood. So they're getting more wood for cheaper price. So it's a win-win for me. And if people can stay warm, then that's good. Show you this. I contacted a local arborist, or how he likes to call himself, a tree killer, and he gets wood sometimes, and sometimes has to go to the local dump and pay to dump it. And I'm like, well, you come by here and dump whatever you have, and I'll pay you. So I'm trying to figure out what's cost effective, like time wise. Me grabbing a trailer, going someplace local, and picking up the wood, having to make multiple trips, and that's free in terms of like I'm not paying anything, but that's my time and money that because my time is valuable, and then gas for the truck, and then wear and tear on the truck and the trailer that I'm using, which is not even mine. So this load was $100. This is pine. When it was first dumped, it just was feeling like Christmas. It was awesome. So, but this is in my front yard, and my packages aren't able to come and mail whatever else. So I want to get this out of here as soon as possible. So I think I'm going to be rolling some of these rounds down the hill to the footer that I'm using, and then my wood yard. So let's go down the hill. All right, so my wood yard, between sales and burning wood ourselves, down into there was full of wood, and I've been slowly using it, selling it up until this point. And then I am currently into this load, this part here, which I think is maple, which is good. That is not quite seasoned yet. It's like at 23% moisture content. So I may need to go into my poplar, which I think is ready to go, which I'm not happy about, but it is what it is. I'm okay burning at 23% because I am on top of my wood stove, my chimney, and make sure that that's clear. But of course, you're not getting your ideal heat. I got a bunch of cedar that was in this area here that I dumped. Took about 3 loads. It was gonna be more. It was free. Local lady had a tree cut down. And long story short, we were communicating via email, and I was coordinating with her to come back on the last day. Like, it was a Sunday, and I said I'll come back at 10. And waiting for her to confirm, waiting for her to get back to me, and I got a nasty email back on Sunday late afternoon saying, "You better get your stuff now," like in caps, like, "I'm leaving your stuff out to the front of the driveway, and my neighbors are drug users and they'll probably steal it, and whatever happened, you coming at 10 and all this." And I'm like, oh Jesus. So I left the wheelbarrow there in a hand truck, and she gave me one wheelbarrow full of rounds, and I quickly ran there and got it, and whatever, having to pain the butt of having to get free wood from people just like randomly. But anyway, most of it is split and stacked. I have these long pieces here that I want to cut down today. They're too long, and then some with like random branches that I want to cut, so they're good to go for splitting. These are too big. I could probably roll them over, but they're kind of big. That one's okay, and that one's kind of big. But the splitter that I'm using is right here under the cover, sitting under here. I'm using that as a seat, a soul cedar. That's one round that was buried in here. So this is current cedar that I have. It's like a half of a stack, and then I got 1, 2, 3 rows back. I don't measure cords or face cords or half cords in terms of stacking. It is what it is. But this stuff is definitely soaked. Like, I had to take my axe and hit them with the dull end, because they got frozen because it snowed right after Christmas, and the whole stack was right here, and they froze together. So I had to hit them with the axe to get them apart. So when I'm splitting them, some had ice on the top of it, so they split pretty good. It smells amazing. I love that fresh fresh cedar smell. Trying to get organized so I know what in terms of what segment of my woodshed is what species in. So I picked these cheap whiteboards up at the dollar store, and I'm hoping that they'll work. I mean, it's cardboard on the inside, but so I used the rope to go from that post to that post, so that signifies it's this area we're talking about. And I put on it cedar and the yellow rope, and then when the tree was cut and when it was split and stacked. So I'm hoping that will keep me organized, so I know, do the math on how long it would take to potentially season. Obviously, with cedar, it will not take very long season, but we are in the peak of winter, so this stuff in front of us looks like it was just from the rain, even though it's maybe been stacked for maximum maybe like a week to like 2 days ago. I think this is seasoned cedar. I got a leak in my roof, but it should still be dry. But this stuff I got this past summer, and it looks pretty good. And of course, I think that's all. I think most of it is maple. I don't want to make this video too long, but one of the things I noticed, I got these rounds of maple a while ago, and I knew the rounds looked long. I think I measured, but I didn't cut them down to size. So some of these pieces, I don't see any here in this round. Some of these pieces that I had, let's see if we can find some here. Yeah, see that piece like right there? Some of these pieces are between like 18 to 22 inches long. See the piece right there? That's just a huge log. Now, some wood stoves can handle it. Like my wood stove can handle it. Maybe happen to put the pieces in there diagonally to fit, but it's not ideal, but it's still and a lot of people can't handle large pieces of firewood, like logs. So I should have taken the time and used my saw to cut them down to about 16 inches, which would leave a cookie, which is fine. Like, I think as I go along, to be okay with cookies, and then the cookies I use for my personal stuff. a personal burning, which is fine, and then sell the stuff that is at the going length. But I'm having to sort through this seasoned maple and go through all the non to try to use up the long pieces in my wood stove. So I have the shorter pieces, like this one, to potentially sell either bulk by way of the ICB tote cages, which you see here. I have two of those that I use, or my bundles, or my racks that I have at my firewood stand. Because no one's gonna want to buy huge, like 22 long logs for their wood stove, unless I ask them prior to sell them in bulk. But yeah, so I keep these small pieces for the bundles and stuff, and not burn them for my personal use. Oh, falling down. Oops. But yeah. So just to recap, not recap, but just to update video of a few things that I had in mind to share with you. Let's get the chainsaw started and cut down some of these pieces, and do some more cutting today before I need to go back inside.